Lonnie, haven't I told you 1,000 times? I don't like vegetables. Stop cooking all this vegetarian food for us. Are you deaf or am I not explaining things clearly enough? Why do you insist on cooking this nasty stuff for us?
Well, Dwight really likes it and it's good for everyone's health. Those are two very good reasons right there.
And another thing, you shouldn't be talking back to me like that. You're just my brother's wife. You have no standing in this family. I'm the eldest sibling and I make the rules.
Well, I married Dwight, not you, so...
No. When you married him, you married into this family and I'm the boss around here. I think that you would understand that by now. Clearly, you still need to learn a few things about how we do things and what your role is. So I'm going to have to keep schooling you on all that stuff.
School me? Please spare me that pleasure today, thanks. I have a lot more important things to do. This has been going on between you and me every day, and it's just too much. Dwight is starting to get upset about it now, too, you know.
Huh? Your husband, the guy with only a high school diploma, has something to say about all this? That's a laugh. That guy is just an embarrassment to this family. I couldn't care less what he thinks about any of this. He needs to know his place and stay in his lane, too. He probably thinks he's better than me because he found himself a wife before I did, but he's wrong.
He's an embarrassment. That's more than a little out of line. What cause do you have to call him that?
Ugh. He's been nothing but a source of worry for Mom and Dad ever since he was a kid. He's just beyond help and completely useless. He contributes nothing to this family. Nothing. From the time he was a kid, all he's ever done is whine and complain.
Really? That's a very different story than what I've heard from him. According to Dwight, he's always been treated poorly and looked down on by both you and your parents because he's the second brother. As soon as he graduated high school, your parents kicked him out of the house and told him that if he wanted to go to college, he'd have to pay for it himself.
Oh, that's absolute nonsense. They booted him out of the house because he's a no-talent loser. That's the truth. And if you want a point of reference, look at me. I'm an Ivy League graduate and I have the degree to prove it. It was money well spent by Mom and Dad. Just ask them.
That may be true, but you're 35 and unemployed, aren't you? How did that happen? Dwight may only have a high school diploma, but he's worked hard ever since leaving home and now he's got a good job and he's built a life for himself. I totally respect that about him, and I love him for it.
Huh. Of course you'd say that. You're just a lowly high school grad yourself. Look, I don't need the two of you uneducated dummies getting uppity with me over every little thing. Got it? And another thing, I'm not unemployed. I'm just on a quest to find the employment situation that best utilizes my many talents. I'm entitled to that as an elite graduate, you know.
Entitled? That's an interesting way of putting it.
You need to understand something. Just the fact that a girl with no social pedigree like yourself was allowed into this elite household is something that you ought to be thanking us for every day.
Elite household? But your dad is a plumber.
Listen, my family lineage is spectacular. We're descended from people who came over on the actual Mayflower, I'll have you know.
So, what's your point?
My point is that back in the day, someone like you wouldn't have even been allowed to set foot on our property, let alone marry into the family.
I see. Well, unfortunately for you, it's 2025, and none of that is really relevant to the here and now.
Oh, I beg to differ. History is what shapes the present, just like the present shapes the future.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why I'm schooling you. You should be thanking me.
I feel like you might want to concentrate more on finding a job and less on giving me history lessons.
I told you I'm not unemployed.
But you don't have a job.
I told you I'm looking for work that suits me and my unique talents, and I won't settle for anything less than that. After all, I'm an elite graduate from a distinguished family, and that's my right.
You really should be thinking more about the age you're at than any of that.
So I'm a late bloomer. So what? Age is just a number, and there's no reason to put more meaning in it than it needs to have.
I feel like you might want to rethink that.
Someday soon, I'm gonna do everything spectacular and blow everyone's minds. Just you wait and see.
I see.
I'm going to be a billionaire. Just wait. Then we'll all eat whatever we want, whenever we want.
Well, I will be looking forward to that day for sure. But for the time being, please have dinner with all of us tonight. Everyone misses you when you're not around, and we'd love to have you join us.
Yeah. My parents are telling me that I should do that too.
Oh, really? They are, huh?
Yeah, I need to keep an eye on you and what you're doing for them anyway. So yeah, I'll be there for dinner tonight.
Okay. But don't forget that it's going to be that vegetarian food that you hate so much. Sorry, but the menu is already set. I just got a bunch of great veggies and stuff from my own parents' garden, so it's going to be a real feast.
I told you I don't eat that garbage. I want meat. Lots of it. And what's with your parents sending you shipments of vegetables? Is your whole family a bunch of vegetarian hippies? We're going to keep having this problem until you hippies start respecting the rules around my house. Don't forget that we're a family with roots that go back hundreds of years, and we didn't survive all this time on vegetables.
I don't even know how to respond to all that.
Look, all you have to do is prepare something for me with meat in it. Just one dish is plenty.
My name is Lonnie. I've been married to my husband, Dwight, for about a year. We're very happy together. The only problem is that his older brother, Donnie, insists on sticking his nose in our affairs and criticizing my every move. He seems to think that, because he's the eldest sibling, he has the right to expect my compliance with his every request. He's clearly living in another century. To make matters worse, my in-laws have always heavily favored Donnie over Dwight, and that has only intensified his superiority complex and his out-of-date attitude. None of them pay any heed to anything that Dwight says, and they all treat me like I'm supposed to be at their beck and call. I am at the end of my rope with the whole situation. To top it all off, my parents-in-law have clearly had enough of Donnie's antics, and it looks like they're trying to put distance between themselves and him while pushing him towards Dwight and me. Dwight and I have decided that enough is enough and that it's time to put our secret plan into practice.
Hey, open up. Open the door. I know you're in there.
Please stop ringing the doorbell over and over.
I'm ringing it because you won't open the door.
I'm not opening it, so stop it.
Excuse me. You're not going to let me in?
We didn't agree to you coming over here at lunchtime.
That's got nothing to do with anything. I came over here to eat lunch, and I need to borrow some money too.
Yeah, no. Neither one of those is happening today, Donnie.
Oh, give me a break. I'm about to go to work and I need to borrow some cash to tide me over.
Ugh. Last time we lent you money, you blew it all on the slot machines at the casino. We'll never see that $100 again, I'm sure.
Hey, I was only trying out a slot machine strategy that I read about online. And it almost worked. Until I lost.
That's just great. And what's the reason for your money request today? Blackjack secrets? Secrets of roulette?
No, it's got nothing to do with any of that. I need that money to go over the results of my investment strategy.
Oh, don't tell me. And you need to do that at the racetrack, right?
What? How did you know that?
I know, because it's always some kind of gambling with you.
But this isn't gambling. It's research for a business venture that I'm working on.
You always say the same thing and you always get the same results. The money disappears. When are you going to pay us back anyway?
Look, I'll pay you back and then some once things finally come together for me. Now just open the door.
No, I don't think so. Not today.
Then I guess you're just a lying, cheating adulterer. Is that it?
Huh? What did you just say to me?
Just who do you think you are anyway, bringing some random man into your house in the middle of the day?
I've never done anything remotely like that.
Yeah, I need to make sure all the same, so open the door.
I'm not feeling well and I'm resting right now.
Nice try, but you're not getting rid of me that easily.
I haven't been feeling well since last night and I haven't even been able to eat.
Your lies are getting harder and harder to believe now. Open the door right now.
I need to rest today. Leave me alone, please.
I know you're lying and hiding a man in there. Marital infidelity is grounds for divorce, you know.
Look, I'm alone and resting now, so please stop harassing me and leave me in peace.
I just need to make sure that you don't have a man in there. Just open the door. Quit being so stubborn and open the door.
Get a grip, please, and stop making a scene in the hallway.
Oh, so you finally decided to respond to me.
Yeah, because you're making a scene and bothering the neighbors.
Well, I've got news for you. I'm going to stay right here and keep making a scene until you let me in so I can see whether or not you have a man in there with you.
Look, you just got a call from Dwight, didn't you?
Yep. He told me to go home.
Then please go home.
He's not the boss of me. I don't answer to him, ever.
As his brother, you could at least respect his wishes once in a while, you know.
And why should I do that? As his brother, it's my duty to make sure that his wife isn't cheating on him.
I'm not cheating on him! And listen, if you don't calm down and quiet down, someone is going to call the police on you.
Call the police? On me? Oh, come on.
I'm just saying. The elderly couple next door are really easily spooked. They even called the cops recently because a baby was crying a couple of doors down.
Good grief. You've got some boomers next door who think they own the neighborhood, huh? Well, why didn't you say so? I'll go have a talk with them right now.
No! Do not do that! I repeat, do not go and talk to them! They're not the issue here! You are!
Hey, all I'm doing is fulfilling my duty as the older brother. So open the damn door!
I told you already! That's not happening! I'm pregnant and I need to rest, so leave me alone!
What? You're pregnant? Seriously?
Yes, I'm serious. I just came back from the doctor's office a little while ago.
Yippee, that's fantastic. Is it a boy or a girl? You have to bear me a successor.
It's still way too early to know if it's a boy or a girl. Whichever it is, Dwight and I are both over the moon about it.
Nah, it's gotta be a boy. Your first one just has to be a boy. Then I can school him on all the important stuff so that he can grow up and be just like me. You know, one older brother passing on his pearls of wisdom to another older brother.
Huh? No. Please don't plan on doing that.
There's so much that older brothers need to know. I'm gonna teach him all the stuff that I wish someone had taught me.
He'll have his father to teach him all the important stuff, thank you very much.
Plus, when I'm old and retired, he'll take care of me just like he'll take care of the two of you. It's really important that the eldest son is taken care of in his old age by his successor, you know.
Please leave our child out of your retirement plans.
Look, the only reason we even let you into this family was so that you and Dwight could produce the next generation of our venerable lineage.
Are you for real? Do you even hear yourself?
We all know that Dwight's not a great catch, but when we met you, we knew he'd found someone who's on the same level as him.
Stop! I've heard enough out of your mouth now. You're a sad excuse for a brother and a horrible human being.
You need to watch your mouth when you speak to me, woman.
I'm not your woman! Never forget that.
You'll stay in your lane if you know what's good for you.
I married your brother, Dwight, not you! Get that through your thick skull!
You're sorely mistaken if you think you can talk to me that way. Now open this door!
I won't. I refuse! Go away! Stop kicking the door! Stop it right now!
You leave me no choice, woman.
You're scaring me and I won't open the door for you. Now go away or I'll call the police myself.
It's long past time that someone shows you your place in this family and who's in charge. Open up! Open the door!
I told you! If you don't stop, I'm dialing the police. Huh. You're suddenly quiet. I hope you gave this up because I promise you I will call the police if you persist with this craziness.
I'm done. I'm not trying to come in that door anymore.
Huh?
Look on your balcony.
Right after that, Donnie tried to jump from our building's fire escape onto our balcony. Unfortunately for him, his lazy and idle lifestyle had left him without the physical strength to successfully make the leap, and he fell to the ground, 2 stories below. At the same time, the police had just arrived on the scene after being called by our neighbors, and they radioed for an ambulance, which took Donnie to the nearest emergency room.
That's right. Bring me some snacks and show me how sorry you are for this.
Ugh. You're still alive after all, huh?
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, I saw you falling out a window. I thought you were out of my life for good.
It's all your fault that I'm in this mess, you know. My arm is broken and it's going to take at least 4 months to heal properly, I'm told. How do you propose to make this up to me?
Make it up to you. While you're in the hospital, you should have them examine you for brain injuries, too.
What's with the attitude? Just get over here and offer me an apology.
Apology? I don't think that's the appropriate word for this.
Oh, really? Then what is?
You tried to break into my house yesterday.
That's only because you refused to let me in.
I told you very clearly that I didn't want to do that and that you weren't welcome.
You're just bound and determined to contradict and disrespect me, aren't you?
And you're insane to think that you can just break into someone's home when they refuse to let you in.
If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. All I was doing was fulfilling my duties as the older brother.
Yeah, no. What you were doing has nothing at all to do with anything other than your wounded pride. Dwight is talking to the police right now, as we're having this conversation.
What? Why is he doing that?
Because you committed a crime, that's why. It's called unlawful entry, and we're pressing charges against you for it.
Huh?
Let me repeat that for you. You committed a crime against us, and we are pressing charges.
That's ridiculous. We're all part of the same family.
Family or not, the crime you committed is real, and we're not letting you get away with it.
Go ahead and try to press charges then. You're not going to get anywhere with that. You might as well just give up and withdraw them.
No, thank you.
You're the wife. You're bound to respect and obey us as your husband's family.
I married him, not you! Get that through your head already!
You've got such a mouth on you. But nobody likes a loud-mouthed woman, you know.
I couldn't care less about whether you or anyone else likes me.
Oh, just pipe down and bring those apology snacks over here already.
Why do I have to be the one to go visit you in the hospital?
Because you need to apologize to me and you need to come and take care of me.
I don't even want to see your face, let alone be your nursemaid while you recover from injuries you sustained while trying to break into my home and do who knows what else.
The wife takes care of the sick people. Don't you know that?
For the 10,000th time, I'm not your wife. I'm Dwight's wife.
Will you shut up and get with the program? My folks already talked to Dwight about this and we're all on the same page.
No, your page is most definitely not the same page as ours. Dwight told your parents in no uncertain terms that he would not agree to anything involving me taking care of you. Period.
Oh, what a self-centered little wench you are. You're actually a perfect match for that good-for-nothing brother of mine.
Your brother is the best thing that's ever happened to me. He loves me and respects me and treats me the way I deserve to be treated.
You have a duty to this family.
My duty is to my unborn child, my husband, and myself. You and your parents are a very, very distant 5th and 6th place at best.
My parents both practically begged Dwight to let you come and take care of me.
Oh, I'm sure they did. And that's because the two of them want us to take you off their hands.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
It means that they're starting to get nervous about their own retirements because they're stuck taking care of their unemployed 35-year-old son.
Huh?
That's right. They want to get rid of you and drop you in our laps before your freeloading screws up their golden years.
You lie. They'd never say that about me or do that to me.
Oh, really? Well, they said exactly that to Dwight just last night. Go ahead and ask them yourself.
Liar!
Hey, anyone would worry about their son if he was 35 and still had never worked a day in his life and he wasn't even trying to find a job.
I want to work. I'm just getting my plans together for my own business. This is just my preparation period, that's all.
I have to say, I admire your ability to always stick to that same old story. I really do.
And my gambling is always to make money to get my business started too, you know.
Ugh. I've heard enough about your imaginary business to last me a lifetime. The fact of the matter is that I don't want to talk to you or see your face ever again. And that goes for your parents as well.
Oh, come on. You have to come and take care of me here for a while.
Not a chance.
Don't be like that, please.
The hospital will nurse you back to health. You don't need me or anyone else for that.
But you have a duty to the family.
I refuse to look after someone who is just arrogant and shows no gratitude or consideration for others.
You still don't understand your place in this family.
And furthermore, Dwight and I intend to build a strong foundation and a good environment for our children to grow up in.
And what is that supposed to mean?
We had originally planned for Dwight to be the one to talk to you all about this, but the fact of the matter is that we've decided that we are cutting all ties between us and you and your parents.
Now what selfish plan are you two putting into place? What am I supposed to do now?
You're a grown man. Once you're healed, you can get a job and figure out what you need to do for yourself and your future.
But I don't want to get a job. Doing that would mean giving up on all my hopes and dreams.
The world is full of people who work for a living. You'll survive.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know I've been wrong.
And there's one more thing that we need to let you know about. Dwight has been offered a posting on the West Coast and he has accepted the offer. We will be moving there soon.
What?
You heard me. And you should know that he made that decision so that we can live our lives and raise our child in peace without the craziness that you and your parents always cause us.
The West Coast? You can't just move away like that. Who's going to cook and take care of me then?
If you can't feed yourself, go eat at your parents' place.
I'll say it again. I'm sorry. Please don't move away.
Your brother has made up his mind to do what's right for his family. I've always known that I could count on him, and that's why I love him.
Hey, how about this? What if you guys take me with you?
No, that's not an option. Not at all.
But I have some old friends over there I could look up and get some deals together with. It'd be perfect. You, Dwight, and me.
No! I told you already, you buffoon. You're not welcome. Ever.
You can't just take off and leave me here like this.
We can, and we are, and let me tell you right now what a huge relief it is to know that I won't have to deal with you anymore ever again.
Oh, come on. Please.
So get your rest, eat good food, and listen to your doctors. Get well and get a job.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get along without you two here for me.
Like you said, you're just a late bloomer. Soon you'll bloom and you'll figure all this out.
But my folks told me they don't want me around their place either. They told me to move out as soon as I'm out of the hospital.
What? What happened to their special love for their firstborn son?
They told me that if you and Dwight won't take care of me, then they can't do it anymore either.
Oh my.
I know, right? How cruel and selfish could they possibly be?
It sounds like they've been having their own tough time with you, huh?
You have to help me out. I'm flat broke and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, for starters, I expect that you're going to have to get a job.
But where am I going to live? I've never had a job. I don't know how to cook either. Come on, you can't just leave me twisting in the wind like this.
A month later, Dwight and I made the move to an undisclosed location on the West Coast. As for the charges against Donnie, we dropped them after Dwight's parents begged us to do so. Our one condition for letting the matter go was that they would not contact us anymore and that they would make sure that Donnie didn't either. Upon Donnie's release from the hospital, his parents, true to their word, threw him out of their house. Since then, nobody seems to know where he is or what he's doing, and calls and texts to him go unanswered. I've heard through the grapevine that he's been seen in line at a couple of different homeless shelters and soup kitchens, but none of that is any of our business or concern anymore. Dwight and I are expecting our first child in just a few weeks now, and we're looking forward to raising him or her in a loving and supportive environment, free from pressure and unhealthy family influences. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button and follow our channel. See you next time!